Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to introduce NASCAR driver Kyle Larson joins the show. Kyle, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. Thank you so much. Man, okay. How does it feel when you're behind one of those cars? I mean, it must feel exhilarating, the adrenaline rush. Just what's that feeling like?
No, it's definitely. I think it's something about the feeling. It got me addicted to it and wanted me to pursue this career. So no, I just love it. I love the competition. I love winning, obviously, and um, you know, being faster than others really is the most fun.
So I just want to ask him one quick question. How many when you're behind the wheel of a regular car, do you feel like the adrenaline, or are you kind of more relaxed?
No, that's a question I get a lot, and honestly, like it doesn't feel much different to me because like on the interstate you're just going with the flow of traffic, and that's kind of the same thing on a track. Like you're going 200 miles, but it's the flow of the like everybody's going 200 miles an hour. So on the interstate everybody's going 70 miles an hour. It feels similar, but I think the difference is in like what we do. When you have a moment like where you get sideways or something, you get close to crashing, you're like, holy shit, like that almost hurt. So that's, I think, where it's a little different.
Kyle, I'm from the LA area, so I'm interested about the Clash at the Coliseum. It's a brand new event for NASCAR, and I want to say you finished third last
Fifth,
week, or
yeah,
fifth.
the other
Okay,
day,
fifth. How's that experience so far for NASCAR? And do you enjoy that, so far?
I love it. I love that event. It's super cool. There's definitely no other event like it in our sport. They did a really good job like bringing the entertainment to the race. Like I feel like our race is just part of the entertainment. Like we're not the full entertainment like we would be on most of the weekends. So like having the halfway break concert with Wiz Khalifa this year was really cool, and Ice Cube did it last year. So like I said, they did a really good job with it, and the logistics of it all too. Like that is, I can only imagine like how hard it is to pull that off. Building a makeshift asphalt track on top of a football field, basically. So yeah, it's pretty wild. Hopefully, the event there, or if they take it to other venues, keep it on, because I think it's a really cool thing for our sport.
And Kyle, now that I think about it, are you from the LA area? Is that?
I'm from like Sacramento.
Okay, Sacramento, so you're up north,
Yeah.
but being closer to home in the state.
Yeah,
you
it is cool being in California as well.
And I'm just curious, how about the growing fan base on the West Coast in LA? Has that been something you noticed when you go out there?
The what?
For the Coliseum, is there more growing fan base in LA?
Yeah. So I think last year was like 60% of the race fans there were first time visitors to a NASCAR race, which I think is really cool. And I think this year was like 40%. So I think that's a really cool stat. There's being in the urban area of Los Angeles, I think you're bringing the sport to people who may never get to go to a race or get to see a race car go around a racetrack is pretty unique. So yeah, I think that stat alone is really cool.
The Daytona 500 is coming up. How excited are you for that?
Yeah, super pumped. Just really getting our true season started, and get chasing another championship is the thing that I'm most excited about, and it's our biggest race of the year, which kicks off our season too. So would love to win it. I've been close one other time, and yeah, it'd be pretty amazing if I could add my name to that winners list. I won a lot of the big races a couple years ago, and I think Daytona and the Southern 500 might be the only two that I can think of off the top of my head that are like the marquee events that I have left to win.
What I mean, obviously you transitioned. You won the championship in 2021. What was that moment like for you?
It was surreal. It's here in Phoenix, our championship race. So it was, honestly, it's like a blur. Like thinking back, like everything kind of happens so fast. Like after you win the race, you're just lots of celebrating and pictures and interviews and this and that. Like I hope to someday win it again, so like I can just like breathe and like take it in, like look around more, kind of see everybody else's emotions more, kind of remember the feeling a little bit better. Because like I said, I mean, we did the race and it was like 5 hours of media afterwards, so it was pretty wild. But yeah, it was a fun night. Afterwards, we went to Scottsdale and had a good time. And
that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
the party. Yeah. What was the party?
The party was fun. The party was a lot of fun. It was a late night, but some people had more fun than others. But no, that's how it should be.
Kyle, here being at the Super Bowl, Radio Row, the Chiefs and the Eagles. Are you a big football fan?
I'm a fan. I wouldn't say like I'm a diehard sports fan of any particular sport, but like I'll watch every Sunday night football, Monday night, Thursday night. Me being from Northern California, like I cheer for the Northern California team. So the 49ers, like it was a bummer seeing them go out the way they did. But the Sacramento Kings are doing really good this year compared to where they've been the last decade or so. So following along with them has been a lot of fun. And so I was hoping the Niners were going to make the Super Bowl, but they'll try again next year.
So when you won the championship, did you get kind of the tour, the keys to the city, maybe to a 49ers game, a Kings game, anything like that for you?
So yeah, I'd been given the key to Elk Grove where I grew up probably like 7 years ago or so. But when I won the championship, I got to go my hometown of Elk Grove. They did like a parade for me, which was really, really cool and special. There was a lot of fans that turned out for it, way more than I thought there would be. And then I think after that, we went to the Sacramento Kings game. They had us up in a suite and all that. And then my family's in a suite. We were courtside. So yeah, that was pretty special. And hopefully I can win a championship again someday and get to live through that again as well.
Oh, you will. I have confidence in you. Can you talk about Hendrick Motors or Hendrick Cars and how they've taken care of you throughout the years?
Yeah. Rick Hendrick and hendrickcars.com. Everybody at Hendrick Automotive Group as a whole has been amazing. They're more than just sponsors and partners. A lot of them are friends. So it's been great being with them. Rick Hendrick especially, he's impacted so many people's lives, thousands of people's lives positively, and just not only fortunate to have him on the team ownership side, but as a friend and somebody to have as a mentor and look at and how he treats people and how they respond to him is pretty special, and I'm very fortunate to have a guy like that in my corner.
I know you have young kids, but do they want to be like Daddy? Do they want to follow in Daddy's footsteps, or are they not there yet?
I don't know. They're not there yet. My son, he races a little bit of go-kart stuff,
Oh, wow.
but he's not like super into it like I was. Like he's into it enough that he wants to keep doing it. Like he won't let me sell the go-kart, but he's also not like into it enough to where like he's gonna make it someday. Currently, I think maybe something will click and he could get there. But honestly, like I don't want to force any of my kids to do anything. So like all I ever did was race, and not that my parents forced me to do it because that's what I wanted to do. But I want to give my kids the opportunity to like play anything they want to or do anything they want to. So Owen, he's been playing some flag football, baseball, got him into wrestling. He wants to start playing hockey. My daughter, she's a tomboy, so she's all into that too. And then, we have a new son. So Cooper, who knows? Yeah, thank you. I don't know. He's only like 5 weeks old, so he's got a lot of time to decide what he wants to do. He's big too. He's bigger, way bigger than the other two. So he might be like the real athlete.
Wow, a wrestler or something?
Yeah, something. He's long for a baby. So. Yeah,
Kyle, speaking about wrestling, we talk about football obviously, but wrestling, boxing, and MMA here on the show, and we're big fight fans, and as you can tell, we're not big NASCAR experts here, but we're learning. It was good to hear from you, Kyle.
Yeah.
But I did cover one NASCAR event. I'm a reporter. It was in Las Vegas. It was one of the Busch Bros got into a big fight.
Oh that would have been like 2017 probably.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I'm like, these are some crazy fights, and it was like the biggest thing of the event. How you
There's people pissed off at each other every week for sure, but
so, any stories about that for you?
Not really for me. Me and Bubba Wallace crashed last year, and he was pissed and he wanted to fight, but I'm too small for all that, so I didn't engage back. But
if you need to hire a bodyguard, right there.
Yeah,
a good one.
Yeah, good. No, I need to start hitting the gym and maybe taking some fighting classes, but before. Until then, I'm definitely not getting any fights, but it happens definitely a handful of times throughout the year where drivers get mad enough to throw some hands.
Kyle, you're Japanese American. What does that mean for you?
No, it's cool. It's not honestly something I think about a whole lot, but I do notice. I feel like since I've been in the sport, I've noticed more Asians at the racetrack, and that does make me feel special, like I'm having an impact on growing different fan bases of our sport and bringing different ethnic backgrounds to watch us and become fans of our sport. So, like I said, it's really cool, but it's not something that I'm like conscious of.
Yeah.
I think it just me naturally just being a race car driver, it naturally brings fans. So I do think that's cool.
Go-to meal before a race?
Go-to meal? Nothing fancy. Like probably just chicken, rice, salad, something like that. Something, light that I'm not going to upset my stomach.
Victory meal?
Taco Bell. For sure.
Wow,
Taco
really?
Bell,
What's your
yeah.
order?
I get I'll order like either 4 or 5 tacos
Okay.
with extra lettuce. I like lettuce, and then I'll get like a nacho as well. So it's either Taco Bell's my victory meal, or like if I have a bad race, like my depressing meal. It helps me get over it. So Taco Bell's my go-to.
It's good for both. It's kind of like for me when after a long day of work, you know what? I'm gonna get a Jack in the Box. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah. I love. Well, Jack in the Box when you're like drunk.
Yeah. There you go.
3 a.m. Get some
tacos.
tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're lucky that they're open so late. Those are the only places that are open so late.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, that's Kyle Larson. Thank you so much for joining Compas. Do you know a little bit of Spanish?
Adios.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.